When Operation COVID started at the Adelaide Airport, we had a manual processing system. So everyone that arrived into the airport would do a manual form, we'd assess them manually, we loaded data into all the forms. It was a really time-consuming and complex process. Since then, things have evolved to the point we are at today, where we've essentially divided the airport into two zones. The first zone is a green zone, which is for our low transmission states. We're talking about Western Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland, Tasmania, for instance. And we've also got a red zone, which is in another part of the airport down level 1. And in the red zone, that's our high transmission zones, so New South Wales, Victoria and ACT. When passengers come in, depending on which zone they come into, we process them slightly differently. Particularly the people that come into the high transmission, the red zone, are more likely to have a high level of scrutiny applied to their incoming application. And on some occasions, those people are actually declined entry into the state, and they're either put onto a plane to be flown back to Melbourne, for instance, or put into a hotel in the city until we can actually fly them back the next day. My name is David Scutchings and my rank is an inspector. So my role, back in about late March, the Commissioner issued a direction under the Emergency Management Act, and part of that direction was to come down to the airport here and to pretty much lock down the airport as far as interstate and international arrivals. So I was tasked with the role of managing the airport and the other airports in the state for inbound, international and domestic arrivals, and dealing with those people according to the direction.
Yep, my rank is Probationary Constable. I'm Emma Colbey. So during COVID, we get a lot of variety in our job. We get to work at the Adelaide Airport, so it's frontline policing, protecting the state from COVID. This is essentially a border, so when a flight arrives at the Adelaide Airport, we've got police officers sitting at computers processing the applications to enter the state. So there's different rules for people entering from different places, obviously, and we just process those applications and deal with them appropriately. Before COVID hit, I was in district policing team, and we were sort of finding our feet in that model. So again, it was a lot of variety.
Up until the direction came in, so late March, I was the officer in charge of Star Group Combined Operations Section. So I had Water Operations Unit, Dog Operations Unit, Mounted Operations Unit and also Aircraft Services.
Oh, I think this has been an amazing opportunity to start my career. I think just seeing everybody has been, everybody's had to change something. So management have done an amazing job having to decide on who's doing what and try and manage this as best they can. And then down the chain, everyone's rosters have been changed and everyone's just backfilling places and everyone's working together as a team. So it's really cool to see me and Team Blue working.
Yeah, so I guess I joined SAPOL back in '94, so I've got 25 or 26 years experience in SAPOL. I've been lucky enough to be a detective, and I've worked at Star Group for about 12 years in operations section, and as an inspector at combined operations section. And I can say hands down that the experiences I've had since COVID started have been the most challenging, most complex, the longest hours that I've worked, but at the same time really rewarding. So down at the airport here, and we're part of a wider team of border control and also the hotels, but I'm very proud to be a part of an operation that has basically kept COVID out of the state. The state has been really close to COVID free, and a predominant part of that is because of the work that's done by the really good people here working at the airport.